A very famous mountain climbing resort in the Swiss Alps caters to businesses that encourage their employees to hike up the mountain trails together. Now, the goal is to build teamwork. Now, although it is about an 8-hour trek to the summit, anyone in reasonably good shape can ascend to the top. In the morning, the hikers gather at the base of the mountain for a little pep talk before starting out to climb. Usually, the group is so excited they can hardly wait to head up to the slopes, have a group picture taken, and celebrate the excitement of the journey that they are about to embark upon. Now, they hike for several hours before taking a break. Approximately halfway up the mountain stands a very quiet alpine restaurant. About noon, the weary hikers trudge into this restaurant, peel off their hiking gear, and sit down by the fireplace to have a cup of hot coffee or hot chocolate and eat their lunch. With the mountain as their backdrop, the hikers savor the warm, cozy, picturesque settings. Interestingly, after they are full and they are comfortable, fewer than half of the hikers choose to continue climbing to the top of the mountain. It isn't because they aren't able. It isn't because the climb suddenly appears too difficult. Their reluctance to continue is simply because they are satisfied with where they are. They have lost their drive to excel, to explore new horizons, to experience vistas that they had never previously imagined possible. They have tasted a bit of success and they think that's good enough. Friends, who are you? Are you a quitter? Are you a camper? Or are you a climber? Dr. Paul Stolz, an avid mountain climber, is an expert on human resilience and an author of 5 international best-selling books on this subject. In his book, The Adversity Quotient, Turning Obstacles into Opportunities, Dr. Stolz outlines 3 types of approaches that people take in life, using mountain climbing as a metaphor. Namely, there are quitters, there are campers, and there are climbers. Now, quitters are people who like to quit. They quit on themselves and others. Quitters back out, drop out, run out, and they even get kicked out. They get upset if things aren't going according to their plan. Yet they are quick to blame others for their own lack of progress. Quitters abandon their goals easily, usually seeking shortcuts in exchange. Quitters are quick to try and drag others back down to the level of discontentment. Quitters are often bitter and resentful and the loudest whiners. They look up at the hill and start complaining and keep whining, saying, "Hey, that's pretty steep hill. We have to climb. I don't know if I can make it. Besides, my back hurts, my knees hurt, my whole body is hurting. Also, I have tried climbing these hills like that before and I've never made it to the top, not even once. So I'm just going to sit here at the base." And they will also discourage others who are climbing by saying, "I don't even know why you are attempting to climb. You know it's just about impossible to complete. Do you know how many people have died on the way or they've got injured trying to attempt climbing? If you are smart, you will just sit here with me and enjoy watching the other idiots fail miserably attempting the climb." Friends, quitters just have to quit complaining and just start doing. If they would put as much energy into achieving success as they do into complaining or making excuses and changing courses, success would be virtually guaranteed for them. The second group of people are called as campers. Campers are people who start out ambitious, but somewhere down the road they get stuck in the rut. Campers become satisfied with mediocrity. Their favorite slogan is, "That's good enough." Campers usually choose the easier, more traveled road. They don't want to be pushed or challenged to grow, because growth, both mental and physical growth, can be hurtful and painful. And once campers become accustomed to a current way of living, it's difficult for them to change because of fear. The fear of success, the fear of failure, or the fear that their lives will become disrupted or compromise beyond their control. Campers can have great, unrealized, untapped potential. They just have to believe in themselves, let go of their fears and inhibitions, and not let anyone or anything deter them from their goal. Many of us fall into this category of campers. Despite being surrounded by quitters, we stay undaunted by the task ahead and begin to climb with enthusiasm and full of ambition. We tell ourselves that we will not quit until we reach our destination, but halfway up our personal mountain peak, we begin to get tired. With still a long way to go, we say, I'm tired, I tried, I have come this far, and I think I'm pretty good. Look at all those people at the bottom of the hill who couldn't get this far. They are lazy ones. I think instead of climbing up the hill, I'll just walk around and just enjoy myself. That's easier on my body. And I'll still reach my goal. I'll just take a little longer, that's all. Friends, remember, complacency is the enemy of excellence. Complacency is the last hurdle between you and your potential greatness. The good news is that inside every camper, there is a climber. Now, Stoll's research shows that 90% of today's people are campers. Those who have settled into a very safe spot on their career path. Unlike the quitter, the campers still have a flame burning inside. And with a meaningful cause, supported by a future vision of success, the camper will again climb. Finally, we have the climbers, and climbers accept responsibility for their actions and seldom place blame on others. They may camp for a while, but only to gather strength for the next challenge. Climbers accept challenges readily. They welcome adversity and continually strive for self-improvement. A climber's philosophy is simply, I can, I will, and I shall. Climbers never stop learning and growing. They tell themselves, well, I'll rest for a few minutes, but I am continuing. I have set out to reach the top, and that's just what I am going to do. I am not letting a little fatigue slow me down. I am also tired, but I am still not going to quit. Climbers are relentless in their pursuit of lifetime goals. They have a purpose and a passion in what they do, regardless of their job or spot in life. They inspire others to see their full potential. Climbers push and put their energy and efforts until they reach the top of the summit. Friends, no matter how high your IQ or how strong your EQ, it is your AQ that affects your drive and your motivation. What is AQ and why it is so meaningful to you? AQ stands for your adversity quotient, your ability to endure setbacks and keep believing that you can improve challenging situations. People often judge an individual with regard to his or her intellectual capacity and his cognitive capacities. Intelligence is indeed an integral part of excellence, but success is not only determined by one's achievement, it is also dependent upon how capable an individual is in persevering in times of adversities. Life is unprecedented at times, and we may encounter several challenges in our journey towards our triumph. Thus, it is necessary to develop skills that enable us to overcome these challenges and to grow out of it. This ability of individuals to overcome hardships is labeled as your adversity quotient. It is also commonly referred to as resilience, which demonstrates how a person responds when faced with life's difficulties, from small hassles that come on the way of daily basis to the most serious stress or pressures of work. If one looks at success stories of some great people across various streams of life, the common denominator for success has been their ability to fight adversity. People who see their dreams come to pass are people who have resolve and backbone. They are the ones who refuse to settle for those little victories along the way and see themselves at the finish line. Instead, they keep continuing on, pushing on towards the ultimate goal. No one wants you to be mediocre. You are made for so much more.